Well guys, the rain's descended on us. I'm just taking a breather under the tarp before I go back over near the fire that's getting a bit smoky over there, and attacking the old sinuses. So I just thought I'd show you. A few of the guys have been showing you their fire kits, and it's interesting to see that everybody's fire kits, depending on where they are in the world and what the resources are, vary slightly, but there's always seems to be constants within there. But I carry, like the guys have been saying, I tend to carry my bits and pieces of fire kit in different areas. Some on my person, some in my bag. But the three main things that I always carry. I'll have a couple of disposable lighters. I've always got a Zippo. There's a lot of bad press about Zippos, but fuel them up before you leave. It's not a problem. They're always going to light, he says, and it doesn't light, but they're always going to light. And even if it doesn't, you've got a sparking source there. You've got tinder in the bottom, you know. So, and plus they're just Zippos are just cool, aren't they? But I was looking at my wife last Christmas. Got me a personalised Zippo. I don't know if you guys can read that, but yeah. So that's got a lot of bit of a talisman. It's got a lot of sentimental value. So I'll always have my Zippo on me. Again, ferro rod needs no introduction. Everybody carries them. This one I just tend to clip onto my belt loop and hang it inside my pocket. It's had a good probably 3 years hammer, this one now. But still a monster. One of Phil Wood's, this. Great guy Phil. He's always got dozens of these in all kinds of shapes and sizes in stock. So if you're looking for a ferro rod that'll probably last you a lifetime, get in touch with Phil, because he's a good guy, good friend of mine. But yeah, I always have a ferro rod on me. One thing I do always carry, where we are, everything's damp. You know, 8 months, 9 months a year, everything's damp. And it can be a task to get a fire going, so I will always carry pocket bellows. These are just, I think it was an inspection, little telescopic inspection mirror, and a friend of mine turned me a little mouthpiece for it. So I always have one of them. I mean, what's that going? It just sits in a pocket, doesn't it? So you know. My main fire kit sits in this little canvas pouch, and inside there, I don't carry a belt. I don't like belt pouches. I don't really carry much on my belt. Very rarely carry a knife on my belt. I usually carry a knife around my neck. But in there, I've got a tin. It's probably a 3-inch wide tin by 3.5 inches deep. Don't know where it. I think it had biscuits in it or something like that. I mean, it looks massive on camera, but if you look at the side of a Zippo, it's not actually that. And inside there, I mean, I'll use that as charting. And another reason why I like to carry it in a canvas pouch is I can put additional tinder in the bottom of there. But what I can also do is dump everything out into the pouch from the tin, and put the tin in the fire if I need to make char cloth. Speaking of which, char cloth in a little baggie, running a bit low. I need to get some more of that up and running. So char cloth in there. Got the Surefire fire starter pads. Got my flint and steel in there, so that's a third source of ignition. I've got some more tinder in there, and a little snap case, little shotgun cartridge snap case. There's some lint and stuff in there that catches a good spark. Won't be using I don't think I'll be using this for a while, but got my lens. It's a nice, strong, powerful magnifying lens. That a really good lens, and I'll always carry that year round because my eyesight's not that good, and if I want to get a splinter out, you know, it's always good to have a magnifying lens, just to, well, for splinters basically. So it probably gets used. It gets used more for splinters than it does for fire ignition. And then I've got a couple of cranball fungus in there just for taking a spark. Another small backup ferro rod. Another piece of flint, and the bottom is just full of birch bark. Again, I need to restock, but I do have another bag full of birch bark in the bottom of my morse pot. I always keep basically a bird's nest. It's got rose bay willow herb seed heads in it. It's got a ton of fine birch bark in it, as well as some thicker birch bark shredded up, and a few other things. And I keep it in a baggie, and it's in the bottom of my morse pot, so it keeps it super dry. And basically that's my last ditch. If I need to make a fire, pull that big boy out, get it on, get it lit, and that's just going to go. But like I said, I split my kit up. I've always got personal kit on me. I've always got a couple of bandanas on me if I need to make more chark off while I'm out. But I do like to have anything in a tin rather than a pouch. Simply because, you know, you've got your char cloth there, you've got everything else you need there. And what I do use the lid for as well, I'll drop some fine shavings in there, some birch bark in there, and a lot of time I'll start a small fire in that lid, and then tip it into my other tinder. It seems to work quite well as like a crucible to concentrate the heat in that lid, and it's, you know, it's not a bad size, palm size. It's enough to get a good fire lit in there. So yeah, guys. So that's my fire kit. If that's given some people some ideas, then good. But I'd like to see what you guys carry. So keep the videos coming. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. Uncle Beard out.